because I want
No.
some water.
Okay, great start. I'll entertain
Uh,
that. Welcome to the FM radio. This is your host, Jonathan Force, bringing you the news from Portugal. I'm here today with Joshua, who's currently drinking water.
all right, next up for content is me ordering lunch. Do you want me to just live talk through what I'm ordering? What should I get?
Yeah, go through it. Are
I
you
can cut all
feeling?
this out if it sucks, but it might be good content. Let's be real.
I think it's great content. Are you
Okay,
feeling
so
healthy or not?
oh, man, I'm never feeling healthy, but
Fair
also,
enough.
dude, yesterday I was trying to fix the headlights on my wife's car, which is not a big deal. Like I know how to do it, but like I just hit my knee on the door when I was opening the door. I hit my knee really hard, and I have arthritis in my knees, and now my left knee is swelling, and I'm limping. Now I'm limping.
Oh no, that
I'm
sucks.
so old. I wish I wasn't so old.
You're like what, 27 something?
25, bruh. Chill
25
out.
even. Yeah. 2 years older than me. Come on.
Do I want chicken? Do I want vegetarian? I'm a part-time vegetarian. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
I'm vegetarian most of the time, but if I don't want to be, then I'm not.
Mm.
But I think that I would like to be, but sometimes I can't resist it.
I don't. I no. I eat meat and I don't even pretend to not do it. It's too good. Too good.
Okay, love
Sorry,
that for you.
cows. Sorry, cows.
Do I want a classic American cheeseburger or do I want chicken, like boneless chicken wings?
uh, I'm
Hmm,
not a fan of chicken wings. Let's do burger.
why?
I I don't know. I just never liked it. For on the topic of ordering food and stuff, my account on Uber and Uber Eats has been access denied. It's been closed. It's been shut down.
Oh, did they hear the ethics episode?
Yeah, they did.
They were
They
like,
texted me
cancel
saying
this guy's
sorry.
account.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, your ethics are way off. We need to cancel you.
Okay. Do you know what happened for real?
No, I don't. It just says my phone number is not like is disconnected or like is yeah.
Hmm.
It's I don't have access, and they tell me to contact support. But in order to contact support, at least here in Europe and Portugal, you need the phone number connected. So I can't connect anything or get any
Interesting.
support. So my Uber and
Okay.
everything Uber related is completely locked. So, but their loss, their loss. They lost the customer.
Lyft. You have Lyft?
Ah, no, we don't have Lyft.
Oh, okay. That must be just US, but it's like they apparently treat their drivers and their employees way better than Uber, so I like them better.
Hmm, okay, more expensive too, I guess. I mean, we already know my ethics, though.
Dude, just the question alone, you're like, "Oh, so to treat people well, it must be more expensive." You
I mean,
asshole.
that is how it works, no?
Holy shit, bro. Okay.
Profits over
I
humans.
don't know. I honestly don't know if it's more expensive.
Hmm,
Oh,
probably.
my anxiety's high. I'm gonna get barbecue sauce. You guys do barbecue sauce? Do you even know
Yeah,
what that
we do
is?
barbecue sauce.
Okay.
We have that. We
But you
have
don't
that in
have
the recipe.
ranch. You don't have ranch, right?
Yeah, we do.
Wait, what? I thought that we talked about this and you said that you didn't have ranch, like
And
ranch
maybe we
dressing.
don't. No, no, no. Wait, we do, but you need to buy it like special. You need to
Oh
find
no,
a place
yeah.
that has
No,
it.
you can get that shit on any street corner around here.
Sounds like drugs.
Bro, you go to certain places in the US and ranch is like drugs. There's people hooked on that shit.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and then
Who needs mushrooms
we
when you have ranch?
also, hey, this may, separate conversation.
Yeah.
We have an obesity issue in this country.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah. Tell me honestly, does Europe mock the United States all the time? Because they have to, right?
100%.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That
There,
makes sense.
there's no getting around it. I
We're
mean,
mockable.
yeah, I was gonna say to be fair, it's like it's almost harder not to, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I mock the United States all the time. Lived here my
Even
entire life.
Have you seen the trials with the TikTok CEO?
Trials with the TikTok CEO.
They're like,
Yeah, yeah. Where
mm,
they're like, does this use the Wi-Fi network?
yeah,
And he's like, yeah, it does. And they're like, see, told you, can't trust these people. Oh my
exactly. It's
gosh,
hilarious, and the accent makes it so much better.
dude,
It's
I
like,
hate that. That guy's such a dork.
and like if you're from outside America, they basically perfectly summarized how most of the world sees America. On that final note, I want to state the obvious: how hilarious it is that how paranoid they are of TikTok just because it's based in China, while
It's
Facebook,
because we
Instagram,
gotta
every other company does the exact same thing.
now hold on here, Jonathan, because Facebook is an American company, my man.
Mm.
Facebook is American made. Facebook was started by a lizard person in this here country, but now TikTok, that's what them Chinese done made, and we got to be careful.
Right, 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 right,
Okay,
right, right.
just disclaimer: I'm not racist. I'm mocking racists.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
hope that that's clear.
that is very clear. But yeah, that's basically the reasoning I'm getting
Yeah,
from watching
yeah.
it.
No, it's literally like we don't like TikTok because it's made by Asian people, but
Mm.
we're fine with Facebook taking our data because it's here.
Exactly. We earn from that. We earn
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, we now my boat has a Facebook logo on the back because like all right. Yep.
Oh man,
How are
I
you,
couldn't.
buddy? How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I had a great party this week and went clubbing. I sent you a video actually.
Oh, I forgot to
Yeah,
watch it. I forgot to watch it. I'm so sorry.
it's okay. It was a great clubbing experience.
I
I
was
got home
very
at
okay.
yeah.
To be, I was in sort of a weird state the past few days, and I'll get into why. But I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it. Whatever you want to tell, please.
Yeah, no, it was just not really much to say about it. It was really just a great experience meeting. Went out alone, met some great people, super fun people.
Yeah.
Ended up went to some bars, bar hopping, then went to a club at like 12, got home at I think like almost 6:30 a.m.
How late was this club open?
They stay open until like 9, 8 a.m.
Oh
something.
my! Oh, that's crazy.
It's a great club though. It's called The Wall. I have to tell you about it. It's called The
Okay.
Wall. It's like 2 floors. It's massive, super big. It was the first
Yeah.
time I was there, but I'm gonna be back. And they have like I think there was three separate dance floors, and each dance floor has their own DJ doing their own style of music. So you could like choose what type of music you wanted to dance to, and it
Mm.
was packed, like people everywhere. I was doing round of shots for everyone, and it was
How
amazing. It
much did you
was
spend? Oh
yeah,
no! Can we
it's
publicize this?
yeah. We can publicize this.
How much did you spend?
I didn't spend much. It was like 50 euros something, so it wasn't too bad.
Really? You bought
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
around though, multiple or just once?
No, once, but we were like I think 10 people or something. It's not that
Okay.
expensive here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was
Dude, that sounds
fun.
like an amazing time.
Yeah, I had
Were
so
you
much
sick
fun.
the next day?
No, the thing is, I've never ever in my life been hungover. It's
Good.
a superpower of mine.
I
But I did
think
feel bad because I
I
didn't
said
sleep.
that also like 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and now I can no longer say that. That's how I'll say
the,
it.
the age is catching up.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm an old man. I've got arthritis and hangovers now.
Amazing. I'm still 23, so give me 2 years and maybe I'll be in the same boat. So that was my weekend. Had great,
Yeah.
lots of fun.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
So it was an interesting time because we went from my wife went on a trip to New York for 5 days to New York
Hmm.
City with her family, with her sister and her mom, and she comes back, and my wife has always been like the person who wants to stay where in sort of the relative area where we grew up because of her family is here and my family's here, but I was always like, let's go somewhere, let's do. And I don't want to paint her as being non-adventurous, but she felt that the priority of staying here was important to her, and I respected that. So we've
Hmm.
always stayed in this area. She comes back from this trip, and she's like, "Should we move to New York?" And I was like, "What? Like,
Yeah.
where is this coming from? I'm not moving." But sort of. So it was like several days of like googling things, and like we were looking at apartments, like
Oh my God.
purchasing like a condo. Like we were looking at like how much it is to rent. Okay, it's like 48 hours of like confusion and chaos and whatever, and we finally Saturday, so today we're recording is on a Monday. Saturday we sit down at a coffee shop in the morning. I was like, let's just go somewhere and sit down and figure this out. So we sit down, and through like a couple hours of conversation, we come up with a plan. The plan is, since she's a teacher,
Hmm.
she gets 2.5 months off in the summer, roughly. So every summer, let's just pick a new destination and go live there for the summer and work there. Like
Mm.
she'll do tutoring or pick up a job or do whatever. I don't care what she does, and I
Right.
can work doing what I'm doing right now, like recording this podcast. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can do the same stuff that I do now. So we're gonna do it, and we started a little smaller because we already had some stuff planned this summer. So like we didn't do the full summer. We did 5 weeks in New York City, in Brooklyn. We got an apartment, 5 weeks, and we're just gonna live in New York for 5 weeks this summer and work like normal and just like see what it's like to live somewhere else.
So it's booked. I guess you're going.
It's booked, baby. We paid it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Congrats. I
bro.
mean, that's so exciting.
Thank
Like,
you.
have you ever done anything like this before?
Mm-mm.
No?
Never done anything like this before, man. This is a completely new experience for me, and I'm
Oh,
hyped. I
wow.
can't wait. But
Yeah.
I wanted to bring it up because I know that you have all this experience with like a nomadic lifestyle, right? And
Hmm.
so I just want to say, welcome to the No BS Design Show. Okay, this is episode I don't know because we don't keep track. Today's topic is working as a freelancer and doing that nomadic lifestyle. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a studio owner, if you're a remote worker, if you're a freelancer, you have these options to do nomadic lifestyle, and that's what we're talking about today. Welcome to the show. We just did a late intro.
Love that. It was probably the longest intro we've ever done. I think 15
Yeah.
minutes.
And I did you like my segue? I just like went right into it.
I loved it. I love the enthusiasm. Love the
Thanks,
energy.
buddy. Thanks,
Just
buddy. So
right into it.
let's talk about it.
Let's talk. Yeah, I mean, yes. First of all, like super exciting doing something new like this, and especially
I've
first
never lived in
time.
a city. I've never lived in any city. I've only
Any
lived in
city?
small towns. My whole life I've
Oh.
lived in small towns. I've never lived in a big city, and I'm going to like a gigantic city. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
but have you visited before?
Yeah, I've visited New York. I've been a lot of
Okay.
places in the United States. I've
Mm.
visited New York. I want to say once. So like not a ton, but I
Yeah,
know I'll figure it out and I'll be
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But like, I've never lived in a city before. First time.
That's gonna be amazing. I mean,
Yeah, man.
yeah, like the thing for me, like why I love traveling like this is just like breaking the everyday habits and
Mm-hmm.
like just doing something new, really, because you can continue, like you said, you can continue doing the same job you're doing right
Yeah.
now from wherever. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, why not? Why not? And it's just like it's 2023. Like, why stay in one location when you have the possibility to
Yeah. And we
move
do
around?
during the summers at least. So,
Mm, mm.
yeah.
Yes, that's awesome. So excited.
I'm a
Do
little
you?
nervous because, like, I don't know the city that well. All I know enough, like, I sent the address, or like not the exact address, but like the street name and like the area of the Airbnb,
Hmm.
because before you book it, like you can only see so much. But I sent a screenshot of the map and I was like, "Hey, my friend lives in New York." I was like, "Hey, can you tell me like is this a good place for us to be?" Like he was like, "That's a great place. You're going to love it there. You have close access to the subway so you can get around." Like I'm so hyped, man. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. What, like, what or why? I guess why are you guys doing this? Like,
Man,
yeah.
I think to be honest, it's a lot of like it's sort of hard to define, but I'll say like a couple things. I'll say like
Hmm.
we've always wanted to travel more. Um we haven't really gone on that many vacations because it was like it feels like a lot to be like we're not only are we spending a lot of money to go on vacation, but we're also not making any money. So it feels like a
Mm,
lot to commit to. Like if we were to do like 2 weeks full vacation, yes, we would pay, who know, I don't know how much, but like several thousands of dollars to have the vacation, but we would also be paying in time not making any money, especially for me because my business would just pause.
mm,
And I don't love that. So this way I think it's more of like we get to see the world wherever we are, right? In this case it's New York City.
mhm,
Um but we also get to still like live our day-to-day lives. I'm thinking all this like it's not like I have this planned out, so I'm trying to figure it out. I think part of it is that whenever we have gone on vacation, we've always felt like we've done vacations with my family, and my family likes to like hop from town to town. So like they like to spend like a day in a place and go to a new place, and then spend a day there and like go to a new place. Like when they're out like in like Colorado and stuff.
mm.
And we wanted to spend more time in one place to really like immerse ourselves in the culture.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we enjoy. So this makes sense from that perspective.
Yeah, that makes sounds like it makes sense. And I can, like, from my experience too, I can say that it's fun traveling around a lot, but it
Mhm.
gets boring or it gets tiring after a while
Mhm.
if you do it a lot. So, like for me, I know I prefer to travel like long term, to do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, to one destination, to like really settle down and like almost create a everyday habit in that new location.
Yeah.
Um, and especially if you plan to work from the location, I think it makes a lot of sense to stay longer. Because if you're doing
Mhm.
it for like a weekend or just a week or something like that,
Yeah.
you're gonna be in like a vacation mode and like, oh, it's this new place. I want to explore. I want to do all these things. And then the work is just gonna kind of end up on the backside,
Mhm.
or it's gonna go the opposite. Like, oh, I need to work, so I'm like not exploring at all. So then, what is the point of travel in the first place?
Yeah, but if you're there for like a couple days, then
Mm,
that makes sense. But if you're there for 5 weeks, I mean, let's say I work my normal schedule. Let's say like
mm,
roughly I work 8 to 5. Okay,
mm.
I still have the evenings every single day
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go explore, and I have the weekends. I mean, we're going to see a lot. We're going to try and see as much as we can. We're going to enjoy it.
yeah, for sure. I mean, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. And yeah, how much do you? Right, I was thinking when you said how much you spend when traveling. How much is it usually like to go? You said 2 weeks, a few thousand.
Dude, I mean, it depends because like if you get hotels, like hotels are like going to be like 150 or 200 a night or something.
Hmm, that's a
So
lot
that alone,
per night.
hotels are expensive here. I don't know. Are they not there? Like if you get a hotel?
I can usually find some for like 50 per
No.
night, like good
No.
ones.
No.
No?
Can't do it. Can't do it here. I'm telling you.
Hmm.
Hotels, I haven't seen a nice hotel. Like no, I don't even mean luxury. I mean like I'm not going to like get an infection here.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen like a nice hotel that I feel comfortable relaxing in under 120 anywhere.
Hmm.
I don't think. I mean, people who live in the United States, am I wrong? Like comment, but like no, hotels are expensive. I don't know. I feel like if we were to go on like a 2 week trip, I'd expect to spend like 5, 6K or something. I don't know.
Whoa. That's insane.
Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm off because I haven't gone on many trips as an adult. I haven't, but I
Yeah.
can say that that hotel number is real because I just booked a hotel
Yeah, yeah.
for a weekend trip coming up that we're doing something. So that's real, and it's not like the hotel I got is not in like some premium hotel. It's like a normal ass hotel in Cleveland, Ohio. Like it's not like luxury. It's not even in like a the Cleveland is cool, but it's not like in like a high touristy spot. It's like in a
Yeah.
normal city. Like
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I think like one night I spent like or I got 2 nights and I think I spent like 180 a night.
Wow. That's still, I mean, yeah, that's still insane to me, at least. Like, I can, because when I was traveling around to different countries, staying a few months at a time, I could find like good. I never used hotels because hotels tend to be a little bit more expensive.
Mhm.
But so I always went with Airbnb, and I
Mhm.
could find like good, relatively speaking, luxurious Airbnbs
Mhm.
uh, for like. 1,500, 2,000 per month. Um, so like, and that's usually including.
Do you know how much I just spent to get 5 weeks in New York? Do
Do I
you want to
want to
know?
know? I don't know if I want to know. Tell me.
So we just booked I think it was 5 weeks. It was roughly 5 weeks in
Hmm.
like a nice area. Like the area is very nice, but the apartment that we rented is very tiny. It's a studio, or no, it's a one bedroom. Okay, it's a one bedroom, but the bedroom is like the size of the bed. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Very
And then there's a
small.
living room with a couch because we're gonna have someone who, I want to be very non-specific, but we're gonna have someone stay with us some of the time, or maybe the whole time.
Hmm.
Um, and so that'll be super fun. And then it's a tiny kitchen, and that's the whole thing. Like there's a tiny little bathroom, but like very very small apartment. And I mean, I'll say the number, but to put it in terms of like relative terms, I'll say that
Hmm.
we are spending more, maybe slightly more per week, or maybe even. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Almost exactly per week to rent this place what I'm paying on a house that I own a month.
Wow.
A month.
Okay.
So like my monthly mortgage on the house that I've purchased is about the same as what I'm paying to rent this tiny little baby apartment per week.
I don't know if that means that you're paying very little for the house or very much for renting
Well,
this.
the area that I own a house in is a very low cost area. So like
Okay.
it's not super low cost, but compared to New York City, it's like nothing.
Right. Okay. Well,
Like
compared to New York, yeah.
so I mean, maybe I'm giving way too much financial information. I don't think anyone can like use this against me, right? I don't think so.
No.
Like there's
No.
no like no one would know where I live or anything based on like there's no
Come,
like
come, come,
reason.
come to Europe. You can find everything.
Anyway,
Everything is
5 weeks
public.
it was like 1,000 a week. So
1,000 per week. That's
1,000 per week for this super tiny apartment is what we rented. Yeah.
that's intense. That's very intense. My
But
God.
it's New York City, and that's dude,
Yeah.
I saw Airbnbs in Manhattan,
Hmm.
like a, let's say, I don't even know. Let's say that it was like a nice furnished, pretty nice with like a good view. Like
Mm.
so like it's more premium, but like in downtown New York City for like, what did I see? I saw one that was for the same amount of time, so for 5 weeks, I think it was like 45,000.
Oh. I mean, to be fair, I guess you can find like you can always find super expensive things, but still, that's
But
insane.
yeah. Yeah. And
That's
like if you're a real celebrity, like if you were super fucking rich, I think that even that place you'd be like, I don't really, it's not premium enough. Like it was like a
yeah,
normal place. Like it was like a
yeah.
higher end, like the furniture looked really nice, had a good view, but it was still like small-ish. I mean, it was still like the size of my house. And
Mm.
like it wasn't like a mansion. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like it
no,
was
no.
like,
Yeah, that's a
and it
good
was like
house, but not.
crazy expensive. Like, yeah. Because New
That's,
York is so hard to like, yeah, it was crazy.
yeah, I've watched those videos of like real estate agents in New York
Hmm.
showing these tiny, tiny, almost like student rooms that they're charging like 4 or 5K for per month, and
Yeah.
like you can barely squeeze in.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like looking outside, looking in. It's I mean, I why would I
Yeah.
want to go there? To me,
It's
at least.
wild.
Uh,
Well, okay. So, like, the things that we're excited about, like, one, we've never lived in a city.
mhm.
That alone, like using public transportation, just being immersed in the culture, having access to all of these like museums and events, like, there's nothing going on where I live. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if you were like, hey, like, what's there to do around here? You could be like, well, in a couple months, we're gonna have like an outdoor festival where there'll be like food trucks, and it's like, oh, cool. What else?
Nothing. Just nothing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I know what you mean.
like I guarantee you, like on every weekend, there's gonna be like 10 festivals that we could pick from. Like, it's
mm,
gonna be crazy.
yeah.
And then the other thing is like we both love live theater. So like when she was there, my wife was like, the Broadway shows are amazing. She's like, all the
Mm.
theaters are really small. So even if you get a bad seat, it's still like
Mhm.
crazy good seat compared to anything that we've ever seen.
Mm.
And like just the access to culture and the access to the arts, like the art
Mm.
museums there are like world class. Like I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. No, I have the same experience. Like, I mean, I've always grown up in small
Hmm.
cities and towns
Yeah.
out on the countryside, which I love. But like coming to here, Portugal, Porto, like to me, this is a big city, and I have kind of the same experience that you're describing too. That like I've never had so many options for what to do in a day or a weekend.
Yeah.
Like there's always something happening, and like for example, like this weekend, I planned on just staying home doing nothing. I literally like told my friends like, oh no, I'm just staying home doing nothing. Then I
Yeah.
scrolled my phone and saw this event, and I'm like, let's go. So
Nice.
it is a lot of fun being in places
Yeah.
with more people and more things happening. So
I
yeah, I
just think
think
it's
you're
going to be
gonna love
cool
it.
to be actually like immersed in like a cultural center, cuz like
Mm.
I've never even lived anywhere that would be considered like this place defines culture in a way. You know what I mean? Like I've
Right.
never been anywhere like that. Like everywhere that I've lived, I've always dressed like a little bit weird to people around here. Like even what I'm wearing now, people are like, like in the
Yeah.
clothing that I make, like the clothing that I produce,
Hmm.
I don't think is that like crazy. Like it's just painting on a shirt, right?
Mm.
It's nothing crazy, but like it's very foreign to where I grew up in like farm. Like I live in like a farm area, like farm town.
Mm.
Like there's farmers and people. I don't know. I feel like I'm always like a little bit weird to people around here just because of who I have chosen to become. And I feel like in New York, I'm gonna be like I'll be invisible, and that's gonna be interesting too.
Mm.
And there's gonna be so many like I love fashion, and I just feel like walking down the fucking street in New York, I want to be like, what is that shirt? Like that thing is
Yeah.
dope. Like I feel like that's gonna
Yeah.
happen to me
Yeah.
constantly. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I just want to be around the arts. I want to be around culture. There's so
Mm.
many foods and like people. There's so much diversity. Like there's no diversity here. Like I'm sorry. Like if you're in
Mm.
small town Ohio, you know that that's true, and don't be offended by that. It's just a fact. Like I can't
Mm.
wait to just see the world a little bit.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. Like, it's just like the more that's something I've all realized while traveling too. Like the more cultures are in one place, like the more
Hmm.
fun it is. It's just like different people, different backgrounds, different cultures, different experiences coming
Yeah.
together, and that just makes for a really fun mix, you know?
Yeah. Well, like, can you tell me? Because where did you live in France? Did you live in Paris?
No, I hate Paris.
No.
Lyon.
Okay. Wherever you lived in Porto, like, I want to hear the differences that you've sort of experienced. Like, because they're both big cities with multicultural people, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah. So like when I lived in French, I was gonna say in France, uh, it was in a city called Lyon, which
mm-hmm,
is like I think it's the second or third largest city in France. Um, so it's big, it's very big. And
mm-hmm.
even to take it one step further, I Googled once how many tourists visit the city each month, and I think it was something like 1.5 million per month. Per month, tourists just coming and going, which is
So crazy.
insane, insane.
So crazy, dude.
Yeah. So that's a very multicultural place.
Mm-hmm,
Um, I think, however, me personally, I because I was in a relationship at the time and was very comfortable, like with just what we had, like I didn't go out very much, so I didn't experience too much of like the people and like the culture and all of that. I experienced the French culture, but not all
mm-hmm,
of the different cultures. I feel like,
mm-hmm.
um, or maybe I did, and it's just like it's not very influenced by other foreign cultures. That could be the case too. But I think it's also, at least in that city, quite uh, like there are a lot of African people in Lyon, and I think France in general
Mm-hmm.
too. and a lot of Asian people too. But those like communities almost have their own kind of parts of the city. Like it's not very mixed, and
Okay.
I think it has a lot to do with just like financial status.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I didn't really experience the mix too much, but
I
uh,
really don't know enough about New York to know how like the city's laid out really. I know that there are boroughs, but I barely even know what that means. Like I've never lived
mm,
anywhere like this, but I'm excited to experience it. But like do you so sorry, I guess I cut you off. Do you think that in Porto it's more like mixed like everywhere?
yeah, coming here, I
Okay.
think it's super mixed. Everyone is everywhere.
Yeah.
I guess if you go more outside of the city, like into the countryside, you're gonna be met with a lot more like Portuguese people, like
Mhm.
people who are
Mhm.
born here. Um, but in the city and like around, yeah, around the city, it's super mixed, and it's mostly, in my experience at least, maybe I'm in one specific circle, but it's mostly people who have moved here from all across the world, like America,
That's cool.
Europe, Asia, all kinds of places.
Yeah.
A lot of remote workers. Portugal is a very like tech forward country when it comes
Mhm.
to letting people come here. Um, and there are a lot of exchange students, things like that. So it's very, very mixed. And also, I think the reason is that people who come here, who are like remote workers, etc., usually have the financial capability to like live wherever they want in the city.
Right. Cuz I mean even traveling and moving is a luxury.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
that's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think what happens, or I actually I know what happens is that a lot of the locals are kind of pushed out of the like
Yeah.
city centers. I'm not saying
Which
that's,
sucks. I mean that's
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
that it is what it is. But the result is that it's very, very mixed in
Hmm.
the city since the people
That's really
coming here.
interesting.
Yeah.
I always tend to make friends wherever I go. Like I never
Yeah.
have issues talking to people that I don't know. Like in coffee shops, I have so many people that I know just randomly around this town. But I hope that I don't know because it's such a big city, I'm going to feel a little intimidated, I think. I hope that I can make friends there is what I'm getting
Mm.
at. Because I
Mm.
don't want them to see me as like some outsider temporarily there, but like I love just making friends wherever I go and I hope that I'm able to do that there.
Mm. Yeah, I think, I mean, I've never been, so I can't know, but I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
Like, from what I've seen and heard, New York seems to be a very, like, spontaneous city, I guess. Like, lots of different kinds of people. You can meet up with
Mhm.
Casey Neistat.
I'm good.
You're good. Yeah.
No, I hear you though. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many people. It's almost like it's just like intimidating in a way. Like to me,
Mm.
I don't know. I don't even know what it's gonna be like, but I'm
Right.
just gonna go and I'm gonna do what I do now, which is like find a coffee shop to work at for the day
Yeah.
and see what happens. You
And I
know.
think if you are open, I think other people will be open too. Like you can kind
Hmm.
of sense
Yeah.
other people's vibe, you know? That's my sexy moves.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think you're right. I'm excited. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we'll be still recording this, so like you'll
Hmm.
get updates.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun
But
seeing you in
yeah,
New York.
yeah, I
Um,
don't know. I might take like I know I'm gonna take a week off from the show when I'm actually going on another trip that we had planned way
mm.
before this. Like we planned it like over a year ago.
Oh
So
well.
I'll be gone for a week. So we'll take a break
Can
there unless we record ahead. We record too.
can you say where you're going?
Oh, Florida. We're going to Disney, which is, you know,
Oh right. Yeah, you told me. Yeah.
um pretty classic vacation destination, but
Yeah.
we're doing that, and then right after we get back, we'll have like a 2 week gap or something, and then we're going to New York. So
Mm.
it's gonna be crazy. But
Lots of
I plan
traveling.
to just keep. I mean, who knows where I'll be recording from? Maybe the tiny apartment. Maybe like if I can get good Wi-Fi from like some public bench. Who
That would
knows?
be
I don't
cool.
know.
That would be cool. Yeah, let's do
Who knows?
that.
Maybe I'll try to see if I can get a strong enough 5G connection in like Central Park.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly, that would be awesome. And like
But
fun,
like,
have
who
the
knows?
birds in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the noise. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be an experience. So I'm excited.
Yeah, so fun. And then you're gonna turn into a full-on digital nomad. Gonna travel to
Every summer,
Asia, go
maybe.
to
Maybe
yeah,
in the summers. Who knows?
yeah.
But we are taking our cats with us. So
Mm, okay.
it's within, I want to try it for, I don't know. We'll see about international. For now, I think it's just going to be US based because anywhere in the US with enough prep, I can realistically take my animals with me.
Mm-hmm.
Or we have two cats, so that I can make work pretty much in the States. But as soon as you go international, I think it gets a lot more complex.
Yeah, with vaccinations and all, right?
And I don't want to leave them behind. I just,
No.
they're too, I don't want to do that.
Oh, that's cute.
They would be depressed, and that would make me
Yeah,
upset. So
yeah.
we're taking our cats with us. They're going to New York City, baby. Traveling cats. Let's go.
Traveling cats. Are you gonna walk them outside, or like how is that gonna work?
Oh no, they'll just run around the apartment like they do in our
Okay.
house.
Okay, okay.
They'll just sprint. Oh, they sprint up our stairs. They sprint everywhere in this
Yeah.
freaking house. They're just gonna run around the apartment.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
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 the one thing that's keeping me from getting a dog right now is that I'm not sure how it would work to travel with it.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no
The
idea.
yeah, I guess the easiest way would just be to give it to someone like a friend for the duration of when I'm traveling. But I don't want to leave. Like if I get a dog, I don't want to leave it behind,
Yeah,
you
you'd
know?
be like attached, and that
Yeah.
honestly, I would be sad leaving my cats behind. That I can get over that. I'm worried about because we've been gone on like a week vacation before, and when we get back, they're kind of depressed.
Mm,
Like you can tell, even though I have someone coming and checking on them, and like they're taken care of, but I
yeah,
can
yeah.
tell like they seem depressed for like a week once we get back, and
Mm,
doing that for 5 weeks, I just don't feel comfortable doing that. I wouldn't feel right
yeah.
doing that.
No, I mean they're social creatures, just like
Mm-hmm.
anything else.
Yeah.
And
So
especially dogs. Like if I get a dog, dogs are very social.
so
Um,
are our specific cats. Like I
yeah.
know that a lot of cats aren't, but ours like they'll sit on our lap all the time. Like they're
Mm,
always like yeah, like they're very social, the two that we have. I don't know why or how, but they are.
no, yeah.
Um so yeah, that's the plan. I'm excited, man. I it's going to be like these types of experiences are like I feel so honored that I'm able to do this because it's
Yeah.
such a privilege to be able to do it, and it's the type of thing that I think can like really change you. Like I want to like grow as a person. Like I want to like experience things. Like I think that it could be like super influential
Mm,
on us. You know?
yeah, for sure. I know for a fact I've grown so much from traveling. Like
Yeah.
so much. I don't think definitely wouldn't be the same person today if I never traveled as much as I did. Because I mean, it forces you to, especially if you travel alone, it forces you to really like
Hmm.
be independent, like really
Yeah.
figure shit out. You know?
Dude, the
So
first time I talked to you,
yeah,
you took a call like in the middle of a city in France,
yeah,
like on your phone. Like you were on your phone. Like yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's yeah. Actually, honestly, that's kind of funny story, like how we met.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, that's
like
another episode.
that's another episode for sure. But yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I took the a business call. Like you
Hmm.
contacted me for a project, and I was
Hmm.
like, well, I mean, I'm gonna be in the middle of the city at that time, so let's use my phone. And I forgot my AirPods. So I
Yeah.
even had you on
Yeah.
loudspeaker in the middle of a park in the city with people around me.
It was fine, man. I remember that call so like interesting because your lifestyle was inspiring to me. I'm like, oh,
Ah.
like you're Swedish, but you're here in France and you're just living there. And you were like, yeah. I was like, that's so cool. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that honestly, I hadn't thought of this, but I think that definitely like we were inspired by sort of how you're living, and we're not emulating that because we can't.
Mm,
Like my wife's job is more permanent here. She has to be here, and she likes
mm,
her job, and like we aren't going to probably do that, but we're going to do it to the level that we can. And
yeah.
so I think that you definitely have some role there as an inspiration. So I appreciate
Love
it.
that. Of course, it was meant to be.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah. I know it's
all right.
travel is great. Have we
If
hit?
I'm curious,
Yeah.
like comments, if anyone's watching, if you have any thoughts on like traveling, have you ever lived that sort of travel lifestyle where you sort of like move and work if you're remote? I'm curious what other people have experienced with that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
The Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, I don't. That's gonna start kick off a whole nother topic. But I was gonna say that yes, it's privileged to be able to
mhm,
travel and move around like we now do.
mhm.
But at the same time, you can do a lot with not that much money. Like
Yeah.
I had a
But I
normal.
would
Yeah.
say like if your job is dependent on location, then
Yeah.
you don't really have the option even if you make enough.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The
Mhm.
I guess the asterisk is assuming that you have a remote
But
job.
if you're remote, which like my wife is not remote, but
Yeah.
she has the benefit of summers off. So like
Right.
if you can make it work, yeah, I agree. You can stretch the budget and make it and do
Mm.
more with it than you think.
Yeah.
Maybe not in New York City, but uh but yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But this is going to be like a life-changing experience, maybe
Yeah.
hypothetically. So we'll
I
see.
think so.
But
I think so.
I'll do like little updates, obviously, when I'm there. But I'm
Hmm.
excited, man. I can't wait. So that's what I wanted to tell you about, and I kept avoiding telling you so that I could tell you on the
Yeah.
show.
Do it for
Yeah,
the content, for the socials,
do it
do
for
it
the
for the
content,
gram.
baby.
Yeah.
All right, that's all
All
I
right.
got. My food just arrived. I'm
Nice.
gonna go eat my unhealthy food, and then I have meetings and work to do. But this was amazing. Thank you.
That sounds great. Yeah, it was super fun. I love talking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, man. I thought that you'd like it. So,
Yeah. All right.
all
Well,
right.
peace out, right? Do we have an intro yet?
Peace
Are we
out.
doing the triangle? Booyah?
No,
Okay.
nah, we're not.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
man. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Always like my favorite. I love it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
See you.
Bye.